Warriors. Good evening, Warriors. Welcome, family, friends, parents, grandparents, and all our loved ones. We're happy to have you here tonight. My name is Catherine Gunnels, and I am an assistant principal here at Pueblo High School. I'll be serving as your master of ceremonies for this evening. If you could please rise, we are going to have the presentation of colors. Please rise for the presentation of colors.
Mark. Time. Left wheel. Color. Pull. Present.
And now we will have the singing of the national anthem by Destiny Olea.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Once again, welcome family and friends. We're very happy to share this evening with you. First on our program, we are going to have the principal's address by Dr. Agustin Romero.
Good evening, Warriors, Warriors family and community. Good evening, I should say. Class of 18, we came in together as freshmen, and over the past 4 years, we've added to this legacy that we call this beautiful place, Pueblo. If you take a look at this year's yearbook, yearbook was entitled Inspiration. And I hope over the past 4 years, you've all been inspired to live as fully as you can, inspired to give to yourselves, your families, and your community, and most important, inspired to love to love as deeply and as much as you can. I know this class has truly inspired me. I've been inspired by the spirit of Lisbeth Okita, Emily Gastalum, and the spirit that they carry is carried by people like Mr. Somoza and his students who participated in the Borderlands project. I've been inspired by the art of Yarixa Garcia, Gabriel Villa, Gisela Molina. I've been inspired by the music of Cruz Sanchez. Talking about music, who wouldn't be inspired? Who wouldn't be inspired by our Mariachi Aslan de Pueblo and their incredible 5-peat? We talk about dynasty and legacies, that is one for sure. Within Mariachi Aslan, we have to look to the mentorship of Mr. Contreras and the leadership of Destiny Olea and the incredible musicianship of the likes of Liam Membria, Vicente Miranda, John Valdez, and Nisa, a.k.a. Puppy Ureña. Speaking of Nisa Ureña, she and our basketball team lit the Arizona basketball world on fire this year. A team from the South Side taking on everybody. Our Lady Warriors were led by none other than Alicia Diamond Galindo, who demonstrated the tenacity and resolve of a true champion. On that same line, we must include Alicia Reyes, who with Elisa created the foundation of what have been 4 of the greatest years of basketball. I'm not talking girls basketball, I'm talking about 4 of the greatest years of basketball in Pueblo's history. I'm inspired by all of our 56 student athletes who were all city athletes, who brought home 4 sectional championships and who earned many, many levels of state recognition. I'm inspired by our coaches who gave their all every day to our student athletes. I'm especially inspired and moved by Coach Sanders, Coach Galindo, and Coach Matanza, who are all sectional coaches of the year. I'm even more inspired by our 38 SARCEP participants, Southern Arizona Regional Science and Engineering Fair. 38 of our students participated and demonstrated and presented their research at that conference, by far the largest number of students in Southern Arizona. On top of that, we came home with 4 winners. Exactly, yes. Give them a round of applause, yes. I've been moved by our 26 Ivy League project participants. I'm equally moved and inspired by our 4 students who will participate in this summer's Institute of Medical Ignorance. These are all motivational examples that strongly indicate that science and intellectualism are alive and well at Pueblo High School. I'm inspired by our teachers like Liz Ryzik, who last week was named Secondary Teacher of the Year for all of TUSD. For all of TUSD. I'm equally inspired by teachers like Mr. Ortiz, Miss Wilson, Mr. Lopez, Miss Sutton, Miss Reese, Mr. Hooper, Miss Petrowski, Mr. Stoner, Miss Little, Miss Amado, Mr. Pitts, Miss Hispanola, and Miss Bajorquez, and many, many others, many other teachers who come to work every day, offer love, build hope, and each and every single day give all that they can to our students. I got much love for all of our teachers. Give a round of applause to your teachers, please. I've been inspired this year by Mr. Obregon and watching how hard he's worked for your class. So would you give Mr. Obregon a big round of applause? I'm inspired by how our students can take their talents to many different stages, to many different venues, and inspire and move people. I'm inspired by CJ Barbosa, Sidley Carrasco, Eduardo Barro, Cheyenne Vega, Cynthia Amarias, and Milo Madrid. These folks they so vividly and passionately bring life to words that sit on a page. And they do this in a way that inspires passion, that inspires hope and inspires love. And I'm deeply inspired by the vision and passion of those folks, our students, who take their talents and take their passions into the real world, who have a strong sense of compassion, empathy, and justice. And that is held by so many of our students, especially the students like Carlos Chavez, Liam Membria, CJ Barbosa, Lisbeth Okita, Destiny Olea, Emily Gastalum, Jorge Basaril, Cynthia Marias, Galisa Gonzalez, and I know she's not a senior, but I got to give a big shout out to Kiana Martinez. Students, you inspire me. You've been my inspiration. You are our champions. Let me cue. You all have embraced this incredible place, and like those who come before you, you've placed our Pueblo on your shoulders, and you said very loudly, very clearly, we're taking our Pueblo to a place of new greatness, and that's what you've done. 4 years ago, we sat down in that auditorium, and I asked you, what would your legacy be? You've left an incredible legacy here at Pueblo. If you look up the word champion on Webster's dictionary, the very first word that pops up is warrior. Pueblo alumni, parents, family members, these 286 students in front of us today have inspired me. They've inspired their teachers, their coaches, and I'm sure they've inspired you all. Pueblo community, these are our champions. Most importantly, they have been and will forever be warriors. Warrior class of 2018, you've inspired me. And equally important, I love you all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Romero. Next up, we have a performance from Pueblo's very own Cruz Sanchez. Absolutely beautiful. Next, we are going to have a student speaker. Marisa Orr is going to be delivering a speech in English. Marisa Orr.
Hello. We made it. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so we made it. So today is the day we are finally on our own. And wow, I am very scared. But I realize it is not about the fear, but about the defeat. And I say this because we all have lost at something in life, but we have to choose to forget about our losses in order to achieve greatness. Many of us will be off to college, many of us will work hard at our jobs, and many of us are simply just living in the moment. But what we all have in common is a spark within each one of us that gets our dreams started. And what matters the most is how we get up and make something from it. And it's not about when the chance comes or when the day arrives. It's about grabbing hold of today, defeating all odds, and creating a future for ourselves. I mean, look at our student body. After the upsetting news of our principal's contract, they stood up to many opposing faces and used their voices to portray how beautiful our home Pueblo is by what Dr. Romero has accomplished for us. The fear of many people abolishing all that they have done to start their movement was ignored because those students knew that their voices were more powerful and could defeat the hate circulating around them. So what I want to tell you is when you leave Pueblo and you ask yourself, what am I going to do today? Find your mountain because it has been waiting for you. And when you get there, don't stop. Just always look forward even when the going gets tough because life does throw many obstacles in your way. Some are quick and some constantly grow. But never question where you are in that moment. Like with the dynamic duo Alicia Reyes and Elisa Galindo have reached their 1,000 points without their intense practices. Or would our softball team have become state champs in 2016 without practicing how to hit curveballs? Or would Pueblo's mariachi group have won 5 consecutive years without dedicated practices and performances? And finally, would there have been a women's march, the March for Our Lives, and even an IME community here at Pueblo without the social activists sitting around us? None of these events could have transpired with fear lingering in the way. And these are just some of the highlights out of many that Pueblo has had since we've arrived. And it's safe to say that our class of 2018, has left a legacy on Pueblo for everyone to notice. Pueblo is very diverse. From the athletes to the artists, we've made ourselves known. We broke down the barriers that surrounded us, and we made a name for ourselves as the intimidators instead of them calling us the underdogs. So don't be afraid of what's in your way, because how you overcome and defeat those obstacles is what proves your strive and who you are as a person. There's not a single problem that can prevent your success, and the only person who can stop you is yourself. Our class of 2018 has demonstrated so much intelligence, accomplishment, and determination all throughout these 4 years that we have made this wonderful place our home. We have so much talent to offer, and all we have to do is understand its significance and embrace it within ourselves. So get on your way and find your path that you have slowly been forming. Every day is a new day, and a day we will not know what will bring to us. I remember when my dad would always play Wheel in the Sky by Journey, and the lyrics would go, "Wheel in the sky keeps turning, I don't know where I'll be tomorrow." And I would always ask him, what's the meaning of that song? Like, I don't see any wheel in the sky. And what he would always reply to me with is, you never know what will happen tomorrow. Life just keeps moving, and we move along with it. So make something of today. And that's what I want to pass on to you all. Congratulations to every single one of you. Never give up and never put yourselves down. You were given a life for a reason, so live it fully. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marisa. Next, our next student speaker is Emily Gastelum, and she will be delivering a speech in Spanish. Emily Gastelum.
Estimados administradores, queridos padres de familia, abuelitos y guardianes. En lo personal, quiero dedicar estas palabras a una persona muy especial para nuestra clase, Dr. Agustín Romero. En los 4 años que estuvimos por aquí, ha sido nuestro director. Y finalmente, a la clase de 2018. Hoy es el día que hemos hablado desde que entramos por las puertas de la primaria. Hoy es el día que todos esperamos, pero al mismo tiempo una fecha que nos da pavor. Porque hoy también es el día en que tenemos que preguntar, ¿ahora qué? ¿Ahora qué? Después de que nos entreguen el resto de nuestras vidas en forma de un papel bonito y embalado, nos enfrentamos a un mundo de infinitas posibilidades, de ideas confusas y cambios continuos. ¿Cómo te sientes? Hay muchos de nosotros aquí pensando lo mismo. Aunque estamos separados por promedios y habilidades e historias, esta noche estamos unidos en pensamiento y corazón. Todos somos una raza. A lo mejor no hablamos español de la misma manera, ni tampoco comemos los mismos platillos, pero nuestras raíces son profundas y están conectadas en nuestros orígenes. No solamente de aquí en Pueblo, sino que nuestras raíces se encuentran en el mismo punto y lugar de nuestra historia ancestral y nos han guiado hasta este momento, donde cerramos un capítulo de nuestras historias personales y listos para empezar a escribir una nueva. Y no teman porque hemos soportado situaciones que no sabíamos que podíamos tolerar. Subimos montañas que se miraban intimidantes. Y tal vez ahora, cuando miramos hacia atrás, esas montañas resultaron ser solo colinas. Ahora que miramos hacia el futuro, hay nuevas montañas que superar. Empleos, ingreso a las Fuerzas Armadas, colegios, etc. Pensamos que hemos terminado al cruzar esta etapa, pero de pronto nos damos cuenta que nada termina. Nuestras vidas apenas comienzan. Puede ser temeroso imaginar el futuro. Por lo tanto, tenemos que recordar que habremos de tener fracasos en nuestras vidas. Pero es tu actitud al enfrentar esos elevados valles lo que decidirá salir triunfante y aprender las lecciones. Entonces, el futuro en estos momentos tan solo es un pensamiento, un deseo de ser, una quimera. Quisiéramos adivinarlo, pero no lo sabemos y no lo podemos saber. Y eso está bien. Si tuviéramos conciencia del mañana, no haría falta la fe. Mira las montañas alrededor de ti. Tumamoc, el Cerro de la A, Monte Limón. Todos hemos escalado sus alturas y explorado sus grietas. Ahora mira las montañas dentro de ti. Ellas pueden parecer más aterradoras que nuestras pequeñas colinas de Tucson. Pero recuerda, como has escalado las montañas físicas de nuestros valles, también así escalarás las montañas de tu futuro. Y siempre, siempre, siempre sostenido por las manos de Pueblo High. Este es tu día y dentro de ti encontrarás tus nuevas montañas a vencer. Y recuerda, sí se puede. Muchas gracias, les deseo lo mejor por siempre.
Thank you very much, Emily. Next, I want to welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Herman House.
Good evening. First of all, I want to say to the parents, congratulations, and the grandparents, congratulations. I know how you feel this evening. I had the opportunity and the blessing to sit where you're sitting 3 times as I had 3 sons go through graduation. And I know that your hearts are overflowing with joy and pride right now, and that you should. You should be extremely proud of these wonderful young men and women that sit before us this evening for such a special accomplishment. Now for the class of 2018. If I don't know anything else, I know you didn't come here this evening to hear me speak. So I'm going to make this very short. What you've accomplished is something that no one can take away from you. We need you in this society. We need you in this city. We need you in our county, Pima County. We need you in the state of Arizona. We need you in the United States. We need you in the world to make a difference, to make a change. You have what it takes to do that, and we're counting on you. So again, I just wanted to keep this short. I am humbled to be your guest of honor. I'm proud of all of your accomplishments. And on behalf of our superintendent, Dr. Gabriel Trujillo, and the entire executive board, we congratulate you, and we are extremely proud of you. Thank you, class of 2018.
Thank you very much, Mr. House. Next, we are going to have the presentation of the senior gift. Can I have the class of 2018 officers, Emily Gastelum, Cynthia Amarillas, Samantha Quiroz, and Kanani Salazar to the microphone, please.
Good evening, class of 2018. On behalf of the senior class, we will be presenting the senior gift. The class of 2018 will be donating enough to fund the purchase of 2 new water fountains for Pueblo High School.
The class of 2018 will also be leaving behind donations of $1,000 to the class of 2019 and 2022, as well as evenly donating the remaining monies to the class of 2020 and class of 2021. As a class, we would like to take this moment to thank all the faculty and staff that has helped us through our 4 years of high school. Thank you to the janitors who kept a clean environment, the monitors that kept us safe, the cafeteria staff that fed us every morning and afternoon. Finally, thank you to the teachers who put in endless hours on lesson plans, lectures, grading, and emotional support. And finally, we are thankful for our principal, Dr. Agustin Romero. You started with us our freshman year, and now you will be finishing with us. In a way, you are also the class of 2018. Just as you always say, we left behind a legacy. You have left behind your own, an amazing, safe, and studious Pueblo. We will remember you always. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Next, we're going to have the acknowledgement of our class sponsor, Mr. Greg Obregon.
Hello.
I'm Greg Obregon, and I have had the honor of being the Class of 2018 sponsor for the last 4 years. It has been amazing to see you guys grow, and now you guys are graduating warriors. I'm proud of you. I wish you the best of luck, and please keep in touch. I look forward to seeing what you guys do with the rest after high school. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Obregon. Next, we're going to have the recognition of our top 25 students. These are the top 25 students with the highest GPAs. If I could ask Mr. Chris Santa Cruz to join me on the stage. When your name is read, top 25, you are going to stand where you are, okay? You're going to stand where you are. So Mr. Santa Cruz is going to start with number 24, I believe, right?
Before I begin, I want to bring special attention to what has been done here. Often, folks, people talk, but when your actions speak louder than words. And you have a special group here, and I think that the crowd should appreciate what some of these students have done the last 4 years. Being a Pueblo grad, I am extremely joyful and proud of some of the names that I'm about to read. I want the crowd to understand that, as Dr. Romero stated in the auditorium, 7 of these students, because 2 are tied for 6, 7 of these students finished with a GPA of 4.0 or higher. I think that deserves a round of applause. Tied at 24, Elena Garcia and Kimberly Franco. At 23, Ismael Altamirano. At 22, Sarina Miranda. At 21, Seth Rawlings. At number 18, Abigail Sotelo. Samantha Moreno at 18 as well. 18, Serena Castro. At 17, Jenny Juarez. At 16, Selena Sanchez. At 15, Christian Gabriel Fimbres. At 14, Nisa Ureña. At 13, Lydia Angulo. At 12, Jennifer Mayorga. At 11, Adela Granados. At 10, Emily Gastelum. At 9, Daniela Moreno. At 8, Marisa Orr. At 6, Alicia Reyes. At number 6, Javier Menchaca. At number 5, Carlos Eduardo Chavez. At number 4, Yarixa Garcia Perez. At number 3, Iram Arce. At number 2, Lisbeth Anaí Oquita. And at number 1, Marcela Fuerte Velasco. Thank you.
Okay, you may be seated. Thank you. Next, we're going to go ahead and have our speech from our salutatorian. So we're going to hear from Lisbeth Oquita. Lisbeth Oquita.
Hello, everybody, and good evening, class of 2018. I love you, Emily. Okay, so my speech is kind of long, so bear with me, but it's a few lessons that I've learned throughout my 4 years in high school. As we embark on a new chapter in our lives, we begin to enter adulthood. Despite the responsibility and difficulty ahead, it is important to never let go of your inner child. I had always been in such a rush to grow up because, well, my circumstances forced me into doing so. But in my race to adulthood, I caught myself admiring certain qualities in certain people. I began to admire those with the ability to bounce back from negative situations, those who weren't afraid to be themselves, those who found joy in the smallest things, and those who followed their true passions and weren't afraid to dream big. I realized the qualities I admired because I did not have. But at some point in time, I did have them, and so did all of you. A child is the epitome of resilience. They will joyfully play with their friends, only to fall on the floor and scrape their knee. Immediately, they will begin to cry, but instead of being fixated on the fact that they just fell, they quickly get back up and continue playing as if nothing had happened. Unlike us, they don't become attached to negative situations. How many of us have spent days, even weeks, thinking about that one argument, that one failed test, that one big mistake during a sports game, a missed line during a performance, and let it consume us? We have a tendency to fixate and constantly think about the bad things that have happened to us, when we can simply learn from it and move on. When negative situations arise, be like a child. Cry a little bit, because it hurt. But in the end, remember that life goes on. A child will dance like no one is watching, because they have yet to develop the need to fit in or the need to please others. Instead, they fully express themselves and do what makes them happy. If they find a hat they like, they wear it because it makes them feel good, despite what others might say. So why is it that when we grow up, we become so concerned with the opinions of others? We hide behind a mask to please those around us, our parents, our friends, our teachers. There was a point we weren't afraid to be ourselves. There was a point where the fear of judgment did not control our lives. I want you all to really think about all the things you would do if you were not afraid. Maybe you'd wear those funky jeans or cut all your hair off. Maybe you would be the first one to volunteer for a class presentation. Or maybe you would finally show the world that part of yourself you had been hiding for so long. It is said that life is so much better when you stay true to who you are. Therefore, dance, laugh, express, dream, and be who you want to be, because this life is too short to give in to the opinions of others. A child will laugh and smile at the smallest gesture. By blowing bubbles their way, they immediately become radiant with joy. So when did the little things in life stop making us happy? We begin to expect and ask more from life. And when the situations we wanted are not granted to us, we grow angry. We get too caught up in the game of life, in our work, our school, our materialistic problems, and forget to enjoy the little things. I know for a fact that during finals week, most of us forget we are even human. I know I do. Stress festers within us, and we lock ourselves away in a room, and we study our time away. It is especially important during busy, stressful, and critical times to look outside a window and enjoy what there is, like the breathtaking views of nature, a kind gesture from a stranger, a baby's laugh, and a fresh cup of coffee. Every day, remember that there is always something to be grateful for. There is always something to smile about. And if you think there isn't, then maybe it's time we learn to enjoy the little things. As children, we are told to dream. We are told we can become anything and anyone. And at some point, we truly did believe this. But then we grow up, and like many other adults, we grow cynical, doubtful, and pessimistic. Therefore, our dreams die, our life becomes dull, and we pursue a career that makes us feel numb inside. If your calling is to be an artist, a singer, a poet, a famous basketball player, an engineer, a scientist, the President of the United States, then it is your time now to take the steps in order to make your dreams a reality. To not dream is to not live. Take risks, fall down, rise up, and keep going. Follow that which incites the fire within you. If you have a dream, chase it. It doesn't matter how wild or illogical it is. When you die, your biggest regrets won't be the things you did. You will regret the things you didn't do. If it is your dream, your passion, it's worth the struggle. It is almost as if when we were children, we instinctively knew who we wanted to be, what we wanted to become, and what we wanted to do. Then we let outer influences tell us their truth, and we never questioned it. We just did what we were told. The day I decided to embrace the innate wisdom I possessed as a child, my dull life radiated with color. Although I still have a lot to learn. A lot. 3 years or so ago, I never would have thought I would become the type of person to confidently stand up in front of hundreds of people to deliver a speech, to volunteer first to go during classroom presentations, or to be the first one out on the dance floor during prom night. Even if it's just for a little bit, I want you all to remember what it was like to be a child. Remember how carefree you were, how unapologetically yourselves you were, and how you had dreams that you hoped one day would be realized. This is your life. Embrace who you are and do what makes you happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Lizbeth. And now, finally, for our valedictorian, Marcela Fuerte Velasco.
You guys excited? Me too. Good evening, family and friends, administrators, faculty, and especially my fellow peers in the class of 2018. It is an honor to be speaking before you as we are gathered here tonight to celebrate our final victory as Pueblo High School Warriors. You all have earned your well-deserved seat on this field as you await the diploma you so dedicatedly worked towards over the course of these 4 years. Look around you. You are among the people that have been with you since freshman year. Such talented people, athletes, artists, musicians, actors, journalists, and a bunch of nerds. Some of you are a combination of those, which means you probably have forgotten what sleep is. And it's okay. After tonight, you and sleep will reunite. This is the last time you will be with all of your peers at the same place at the same time. Enjoy this moment, because together with your peers, you can finally say, we made it. After bumps in the road, after wins and losses, after tears of frustration because you procrastinated again, and thus had to work on the pile of assignments late at night to get that grade you wanted, it is safe to say that your work has paid off. For those of you who hated reading nonstop in English class, looking for those literary devices and thinking critically about the plot, wondering how it all adds any meaning to your life, now is your chance to read, or better yet, to write a much more interesting book. You can think of your life as a story, an ongoing story being written by, guess who? You. Each of you are the authors of a tale unlike any other. Just like a book, your story contains chapters. We all share part of the same story. As you flip back through the pages of the chapter in your lives titled Pueblo, you might recall both good and bad memories, all of which make your experience here unique and which contribute to the person you are now. Some of you may have felt restrained from living the way you want to, but from now on, it is completely up to you what you make of your life. That is a huge responsibility, so choose wisely, but don't be afraid to explore, nor to make mistakes, as they will teach you things your biology textbooks could not even dream of telling you about what life really is. Now, I am only 18 years old and don't know much about life, but I do know that life will continue to place obstacles in your path. Some of those obstacles may include labels placed on you, telling you that you can't do something just because you come from Pueblo, just because you come from the South Side, just because you are you. But don't let that stop you. Declare war, as you are warriors. What people say is not going to define your capability to succeed in the face of adversity. Don't let people tell you what to do. Unless it's your mom and she tells you to wash the dishes, then you wash the dishes. But other than that, you are in control of your life, as you are the authors of your story. And like every story, there are minor and major characters. I want you to think of the major characters in your life, specifically the characters that made it possible for you to be here tonight. Parents, siblings, friends, teachers, counselors, any of those people that care for your well-being, those that continually guide you and push you towards your success. Thank them, because they also formed a huge part in your development into the person you are now. Most importantly, they are the people that will help you get past those obstacles in your path. Our senior quote by Dr. Seuss reads, "You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way." Just like a person doesn't build a house on their own, you are not alone in your journey toward your mountain. But I do want you to remember that if you have fallen on the ground many times and dream of being on top of that mountain, rise to your feet. Or, as Mr. Santa Cruz always says, get back on your horse. Dream of reaching the top of your mountain and believe that you will. And so I leave you with this thought. What will you write in your story for others to read about? Tonight, our story reads that Pueblo High School's class of 2018 has successfully achieved their long-fought-for victory. Congratulations, Warriors. Have a wonderful night, and may the rest of your stories be as amazing as you want them to be. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lizbeth. And Marcella, you can go ahead and rejoin your class. Before we move on, I want to take a moment to recognize a very special group of students. These students are being awarded the Seal of Biliteracy in collaboration with the state of Arizona. TUSD is awarding the Arizona State Seal of Biliteracy to qualified graduating seniors. These seniors have demonstrated mastery in English and another world language that will help them to stand out for future applications and institutions and potential employers. So the Seal of Biliteracy is applied to these students' diploma when they receive them tonight, and it is posted on their official transcripts that they are proficient in 2 or more languages. So when I call your name, if you would please stand, and then we'll give you a round of applause. Here are the 5 students from Pueblo that are receiving the Seal of Biliteracy tonight. Naomi de la Rosa Ariano. Please stand. Elena Garcia. Diego Hernandez Bobadilla. Claudia Martinez. And Beatriz Nevares Valenzuela. Congratulations, students. You may be seated. All right, and now for the part that you've all been waiting for, we are going to have the presentation of diplomas. Dr. Agustin Romero.
Okay, if we can ask our readers to come forward, and we'll start with the presentation of our diplomas.
So we're going to go ahead and honor guard, take your spots. We're going to start with the top 25. Yep. Top 25, stand.
Marcela Fuerte Velasco. Lisbeth Anaí Oquita. Irán Arce. Yaritza García Pérez. Carlos Eduardo Chávez. Javier Menchaca. Alicia Reyes.
You go to your spot again.
Oh, okay, good.
Marisa Orr.
Just go to your spot again.
Daniela Moreno. Emily Castelo. Adela Granados. Jennifer Mayoga. Lidia Angulo. Nisa Ureña. Christian Gabriel Fimbres. Selena Sánchez. Jenny Juárez. Serena Castro. Samantha Moreno. Abigail Sotelo. Seth Rawlings. Sarina Miranda. Ismael Altamirano. Kimberly Franco. Elena García.
Next row readers, please come up. And let's get that third row of readers right behind them, that we can move this a little quicker, more quickly.
Gabriela Acosta. Mercedes Acosta. Carlos Acuña. Destiny Aguilar. Stephanie Renee Ahumada, Carlos Alberto Avila, Armando Alcoverde, Esteban Alvarez, Jesus Alvarez, Cynthia Amarillas,
Ashley Rosario Andrade, Julián Andrade Moreno, Aileen Yamilet Arana, Germán Alexis Aranda Salazar, Samantha Zenobia Armenta, Abraham Armenta Gaxiola, Alec Rene Arriaga, Gerardo Arzabe, Jason Avitia, Brandon Austin Basinski,
Ariel Valtierrez, Christian Barbosa, Eduardo Baro, Christian Barragán López Portillo, Mario Barraza Cota, Gustavo Barrera Díaz, Fausto Barriga Langner, Alexis Basurto, Jorge Becerril, Priscilla Beltrán,
Hector Christopher Bernal, Oensimo Buena, Leslie Natalie Bustamante, Noelia Nicole Calderón, Omar Andrés Galleros, Judith Calzadillas, Isaías Eric Camberos, Juan Francisco Campista, Briseida Amaris Cañez, Neftali Cárdenas,
Oscar Jesús Carranza Contreras, Citlali Carrasco, Dominic Jesús Carrillo, René Carrillo, Victoria Selena Castellanos, Carlos Armando Diego Castro Jr., Sus Castro, Jennifer Chaboya Peña, Marlene Cheng. Lisette Juliana Cons.
Andrew Moisés Contreras. Jazmín Daniela Contreras Corrales. Adad Israel Contreras Limón. Alexia Córdoba. Alondra Eriz Córdoba. Gloria Ashley Córdoba. Nathaniel Steven Córdoba. Alexis Marie Coronado. Miguel Mikey Cortés. Natalie Marie Cowart.
Silana Crenshaw. Alyssa Daniel Cruz. Brandon Cruz. Sabrina Renee Cruz. Viviana Isabel Cruz. Brandon Terry Curley. Pedro Luis de la Rosa. Naomi de la Rosa Arellano. Angelita Inés del Cido. Fidel Delgado.
Andrew T. Enriquez. Andrés Ontiveros Dionisio. Julianne Doriette. Angel María Duarte. Annette Guadalupe Durazo. Emilio Andrés Enríquez. Eric Emanuel Escalante. Juan Escalante Jr. Elizabeth Teresa Esparza. Zach Steve Espinosa.
Aileen Esquer. Fernando René Esquer. Efraín Estrella. Oceloteo Román Estrella Amador. Jesús Figueroa. Yulidia Aslin Figueroa Grijalva. Adolfo Daniel Flores. Julián Flores. Nancy Franco Figueroa. Jesús Guillermo Fuentes Encinas.
Brian Galaviz. Elisa Diamond Galindo. Arad Alan Garcia Aramillo. Brianna Garcia. Kayla Bennett Garcia. Renee Cipriano Garcia Quintana. Angel Gaitan. Adam J. Gill. Angelica Belinda Gomez. Nicole Rebecca Gomez.
Elvian González. Calista N. González. Pedro Antonio González. Mario René Granillo. Raúl Grijalva. Daniela Angelique Rosé Grove. Sebastián Auriel Guarista. Isaiah César Gutiérrez. Gabriel Eduardo Guzmán. José Castillo Heredia.
Brianna Marie Hernández. David Antonio Hernández. Luis Fernando Hernández. Michael Anthony Hernández. Chantal Hernández. Yareli Lisbeth Hernández. Diego Hernández. Mayra Gabriela Hernández Estrada. José Herrera Peralta. Abelardo Holguín.
Joana Asmin Huerta. Ruben Enrique Huerta. Nathaniel Joseph Wadi. Dante Jaime Jimenez. Ty Sol Cromai. Diego Alessandro Laborín. Dominic Laborín Bernal. Juan Labrado. Esperanza Alisa Landeros. Danielle Marie Lara.
Rihanna Lara. Alana Laventer. Alejandra Lizárraga. Alonso Andrés López. Don Kun Lee. Héctor Rodolfo López. Julio López. Cassandra Micaela López. Miguel López Benítez.
Samuel, also known as Fred Lopez Castellan.
You know they can't hold us back.
Stefan Shabak Lopez Jimenez.
Make America great again!
Aliyah C. Luna.
I got 500 bucks for people!
Milo Mario Madrid. Marco Antonio Madrigal. Goldair Itzael Maldonado. Robert Mario Marínez. César Adrián Martínez. Fernanda Martínez.
What?
Cassandra Vanessa Martínez.
Italí Martínez. Tyler McAdams. Liam David Membrila. James Ryan Mendez. Diana Mendez Fimbres. Aaron Francisco Mendoza. Wendy Jocelyn Mendoza Covarrubias. Brianna Nicole Metzler. Vincent Michael. Heidi Meyer.
Miguel. Vicente Miranda León. Taena Agley Molina.
Love you.
David Orlando Molina. Maria Morales Llanes. Emmanuel Moreno. Sergio Rene Moreno Acuna. Beatriz Veronica Nevares Valenzuela. Elizabeth Noriega.
Diego Nunez. Marina Nunez. Isela Nunez Molina. Samuel Ochoa. Maria de Los Angeles Ochoa Estrada. Michael Anthony Odom Vasquez. Veronica Ogden. Destiny Olea. Irene Ortiz Rizzo. Brianna Ozuna.
Alisa Marie Padilla. Darlene Padilla. Joseph Jesus Palomares Ochoa. Humberto Para. Alberto Arturo Partida. Sienna Danielle Pena. Alina Joel Perez. Eddie Perez. Samantha Alejandra Quiros. Sofía Cadeli Quiros Enriquez.
Anthony Ramirez. Eduardo Ramirez. Alessandria Rascon. Maria Regoza Beltran. Aldo Reyes. Camila Garcia Reyes. Michelle Alejandra Reynaga. Hunter Rios. Yelene Rios Ruelas.
Marisa Isabel Rivera. Angel Rivera Navarro. Julian Ivan Rodriguez. Kayla Rodriguez. Marlene Rodriguez. Miguel Ángel Rodriguez. Itzel Rodriguez Ramirez. Anjane Rihanna Rodriguez Wright. Melissa Mariah Rojas.
Haley Angelia Rojas Zan. Yameka Romano Robles. Summer Angel Romero. Ariana Mia Ruiz. Brian Victor Ruiz. Damian DeAnthony Ruiz. Juliana Alejandra Sainz. Kanani Savannah Salazar. Alonso Cristian Saldivar.
Mercedes Precious Sanchez. Mauro Sanchez Aus. Martín Santa Cruz Montijo. Seth Daniel Santos. Teresa Schmel. María Mercedes Cervellón. Thomas Zachary Settle. Sammy Solano Sierra. Julia Ann Sullivan. Noemi Sumalino.
Sánchez. Santana Kayla Yolanda Tapia. Lía Terrazas Espinosa. Rafael Torres. Amelia Suzette Tovares. Christopher Trujillo. Alba Guadalupe Ureña. Joel C. Urquides. Oscar Valadez. Jonathan Christopher Valdez.
Go, Jojo!
Michael Jesus Valencia. Frankie Yolesa Valenzuela. Jocelyn Yvette Valenzuela. Valerie Valenzuela. Adriana Valles. Marla Valverde. Gabriela Nicole Varela. Alan Uriel Vargas. Destiny Araí Vázquez.
Elizabeth Sierra Vázquez. Cheyenne Nina Vega. David Federico Veloz. Alonso Badarain Ochoa. Alyssa Renee Verdugo. Gabriel Matthew Villa. Jasmine Marie Villa. Sasha Katrina Villa. Alexis Linnea Villa Verdugo. My sunshine, Kyra Estrella Icedo.
Damian Steven Irigoya. Victoria León. Andrea Cuevas. Vicente Leiva Cruz.
Congratulations, Warriors. Now we have a special presentation for you by Mariachi Aztlán, Las Golondrinas.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Here we go, here we go, here we go. One last time, right? One last time. Let them hear you all the way at Sunnyside, all the way at Tucson High, and all the way at Choya. Let them hear our Pueblo. Let them hear our Pueblo, okay? Here we go. One last time. Once, always. Y'all got it? Represent Warriors. Let's go. 18, let's get it done. 1, 2, 3. We love you, 18, we love you. Wonderful. Okay, Mr. House, Dr. Trujillo, community, And our class of 18. Mr. House, I acknowledge that each and every one of these students in front of you today has met all of the state requirements to forever be known as Warrior alumni. Graduates of Pueblo High School. Warriors, take your tassels from right to left, and congratulations, class of 2018.